Hi everybody. So I don't really know how many people watch these video blogs, we'll call them, but I know a number of you have said that you enjoy them, and sometimes when you're having a rough day or you're stuck at home or whatever, they help you get through the week. So I don't mind continuing to make them at all. And I try to keep them somewhat light and yet give you something good to think about through each one of these. This week, I'm going to theme these videos regarding the people that Jesus would have visited right after the resurrection. But in making these blogs, I realized something. I thought, man, wouldn't it be nice if these were just a little bit more personal to you? Wouldn't it be nice if I could just make these a little bit more special for you? Like writing a letter to someone when it has your name on it, it just feels really personal. But I also realized this, the only way to do that would be if I knew your name and I were able to greet you by name on these videos. So here we go. I looked up on the internet a list of names, and I figured, well, if I'm going to be able to greet each one of you, I better start with the letter A. So here we go. Hello, Ahiran. It is wonderful to be with you on these videos. And Akash, great having you. Elam and Amer and Amir, it's wonderful to spend this time with you. Let's move on to the ABs. Hi, Ab and Abad. Hello to Aban and even Abba and Abelard. It's great to be able to share this video with you. I hope you have a lot of time because I got a lot of names to go through here. Well, okay, so the truth is, even if I went through all this, I don't necessarily know your name. Even, again, if I went through this entire list of them, I probably would miss one. People nowadays are trying so hard to get to name their children with names that nobody has ever used. They're literally making up names, and they're probably not even on this list, and there's a really good chance that I would miss that. So I do apologize because I don't necessarily know your name. But I do know someone who does know your name. And when he says your name, he always says it perfectly. And I'm not talking about pronunciation here. I'm talking about the perfect tone to his voice. I'm talking about the perfect amount of love and care that are reflected out of him when he says your name. I'm talking about the perfect amount of correction that maybe he corrects you with just by saying your name. And when he says your name, it has the power to just make you feel warm and fuzzy inside. The power to drop you to your knees and to help you find peace amidst storms. But the point is this, that he knows your name. Let's look at the first person to encounter Jesus when he came back from the grave, and you're going to see how this works. So it's found in the book of John, chapter 20. I'm going to read a few verses 1 to 18. I'm going to read them quickly, but listen, 11 to 18, this is what it says. Now Mary stood outside the tomb, and she was crying, and as she wept, she bent over to look into the tomb and saw two angels in white, seated where Jesus' body had been, one at the head and the other at the foot. And they asked her, "Woman, why are you crying?" "Well, they have taken away my Lord," she says, "and I don't know where they have put him." At this, she turned around and saw Jesus standing there, but she did not realize that it was Jesus. And he asked her, "Woman, why are you crying? Who is it you are looking for?" Well, thinking he was the gardener, she said, "Sir, if you've carried him away, tell me where you put him, and I'll go get him." And Jesus said to her, "Mary." She turned around him and she cried out in Aramaic, "Rabboni," which means teacher. And Jesus said, "Well, don't hold on to me, because I haven't yet ascended to my Father. Go instead to my brothers and tell them, I'm ascending to my Father and your Father, to my God and your God." And Mary Magdalene went to the disciples with the news, "I have seen the Lord." And she told him that he had said these things to her. Imagine her feelings when Jesus said her name. Imagine what that did for her heart. Imagine how important she felt, how relieved she felt, how special she now realized or remembered she really is. Jesus knows your name, and he doesn't have to go through a name book. He knows you. You know how important you are to Jesus Christ? How special you are to him? How at peace should that make you feel? The creator and the sustainer of the universe knows your name. In fact, he knows everything about you, and he still really likes you. Instead of, what I want you to do is do this. Instead of scrolling through Facebook, hoping to be reminded that people like you, I want you to dwell on this fact instead today. That Jesus Christ knows you and likes you and is the only one that you need to be there for you. He knows your name. We'll see you tomorrow.